Yo, what is going on, Gamehouse? I am Jerem here. Today we are back breaking down another off-meta pick, another fun, interesting strategy that is kind of taking solo queue by storm right now, and hopefully after we explain it a little bit and show you guys what's going on, you can hopefully take advantage of it in your own solo queue games to gain some LP of your own, or if you go up against it, you'll maybe know how to better handle it or know what it's going to be trying to do and things like that. Today we are obviously talking about Warwick in the top lane. And the crazy thing about this right now is, like, you know, I'm saying off meta because I think it is off meta. Obviously Warwick is generally a jungler, but right now Warwick is a 52.42% win rate top laner. This is the highest win rate top laner of champions that actually get picked in the top lane in the entire game on this patch 12.14, which is insane. You saw right there, he pretty much killed 2 people at level 1. He's fighting the Ornn, then he's fighting the Kindred, gets a first blood. Like I said, Warwick, generally a jungler. That's how most people know him. And he's not even bad in the jungle right now. 51.54% win rate in the jungle. He's the 10th highest rated jungler on U.GG. I mean, this is crazy that Kindred comes back top lane. Kindred's going to die again. Warwick has 2 kills, like, not even 2 minutes into the game. Absolutely hilarious. But Warwick jungle, really good. He's known as kind of like a simple, easy champion. He's the champion that everyone says you should learn jungle on because he's so forgiving. He's so easy. He's so good early. He doesn't scale amazing, but, like, he's not totally useless in the mid to late game, but you know, you throw him in the top lane and he's just crazy. And this has been a pick for a while, like dating back to like season 9, season 10, something like that. There was a Warwick one trick Parnelli. I don't know if he ever got to Challenger. I think he was at least Master, Grandmaster, somewhere in there. And you know, he's been telling people that Warwick top is really, really good. Warwick mid has even been playable for a while. But like I said, right now this is super, super good. Not just for one tricks, for anyone kind of plugging and playing it. And the guy we're looking at today, this is good mid bad team. I guess a play on, you know, like good kid mad city or something like that. This guy is a Warwick one trick. He's currently master right now. You can see he has like a 53 something like that % win rate on Warwick. He's playing mostly Warwick. You can see his last game's Talia jungle, but it's a lot of Warwick mid, a lot of Warwick top, and he's made it all the way to master. So if he's making this work in master, you guys can definitely make it work in your games. The big thing here, and actually the most interesting part, and this is what all the solo lane Warwicks are doing, it's always flash and barrier. This is what they go, and the flash and the barrier make Warwick, well, the barrier especially makes Warwick so insane in duels, so strong in the early game, so strong in these fights, because Warwick, so much of his kit, you know, his W, you're getting that increased attack speed. That's going to help you a lot in duels, especially as the enemy's getting lower. You're just attacking more and more, faster. That's super annoying. Your Q, you see he misplays a little bit here, and he still lives. He still lives. The barrier's crazy. The Q obviously helps you out in fights as well. You can use, you know, you can hold down Q to use it as a gap closer to get on top of them or whatever, but also the fact that you're just healing with the Q. Like, look at this. He's going to keep healing. It's going to be so annoying for him to die. It's so impossible. Like, what is that? He had like 50 HP in that fight, and he's not dying. You can heal off minions, you can heal off champions, you have infinite sustain, you're really good in the fights, and then also your E. Not only is it crowd control and the fear, but the E also makes you impossible to die. So it's like, with the barrier, you're getting extra shielding and healing with the barrier, or shielding, effective health, whatever with the barrier. You have the Q that's healing, you have the E that's damage reduction. How do you die? And you're good early. You're good. You are a strong early game champion, and you have all these extra tools. I mean, it's really disgusting to play against, and it's pretty face roll. You know, there's not a lot of mechanical outplays or anything going on. You're running up to him, you're auto-and, you're pressing E sometimes, you're pressing Q sometimes. You know, obviously the ult is like a skill shot or whatever, but once you hit 6, it gets even more annoying. Then you have a suppression, then you have more healing. This is disgusting. You just try to fight all the time. You're trying to headbutt the enemy top laner. You're trying to take him down. You're pretty much never going to lose 1v1s. Obviously, you do have to be careful. Certain matchups, certain champions are going to actually be able to beat you. You know, a lot of the range top laners, I know like Akshan, Vayne, stuff like that can kind of give Warwick trouble. And also, I think some champions like Riven, maybe Warwick isn't super good against. But in those matchups, you can go a little tankier. So we can actually start talking about, you know, kind of the rune setup and stuff. So here's the rune page that he's going most often. This is in matchups where you feel like you can dominate, you can kill them. Lethal tempo, presence of mind, because mana is an issue on Warwick. especially if you start like queuing a lot to heal up or sustain or whatever, you're going to run out of mana pretty quick. Presence of Mind is good. Legend Tenacity, Last Stand, I believe that one is called. And then we have Resolve secondary with Demolish and Revitalize, gaining that 5% extra healing, which makes this even more disgusting. He's going to attack speed, adaptive force, magic resist. Obviously, go whatever you're playing up against or whatever is going to be the best in that situation. So this is against an Ornn, a champion he feels like he can do well against early, and he can dominate the lane as he's taking lethal tempo. But in some of those bad matchups, in the range matchups, the Riven, Yone, some of these champions that maybe you can't get the best of, or you need to play a little safer or whatever, he just goes Grasp. But then you can go Grasp and just build full tank. But in these matchups where he's trying to get aggressive, here is what he builds. He starts out with a Doran's Blade and a Pot. He goes for a Sheen into a Divine Sunderer, Lucidity Boots, Tiamat into Ravenous Hydra, Frozen Heart, and a Gargoyle Stone Plate. And then the other way, if you decide to go more tanky, you go for Frostfire Gauntlet is super, super good tank item on Warwick. And then you can go a lot of the same stuff. You can still go the Frozen Heart. You can, I don't know, maybe go like Death's Dance or something like that. I even saw one time he built a Zanya's in a game, which is just super, super funny. And I could see how Zanya's could be okay on Warwick because he has, he can get use out of his multiple cooldowns. So if you like go in, blow your cooldown Zanya's, you're going to get your Q, you're going to get your E and stuff back up. But you can see just how easy he's killing these people right now. Warwick, and a good Warwick, when you really test your limits and you really know your limits, that's when you can get these plays where you're like going in with like 10 HP and you're living because you know how much healing you're going to get. You know you have barrier. You know your E is going to reduce so much damage. A good Warwick is just disgusting, but even a bad Warwick is super good right now. Like I said, 52.42% win rate, and this is not just stomping low elo. This is Plat Plus. This is just a strong pick. In mid lane right now, he's a 52.33% win rate. So, I mean, he's just pretty broken all over the place. I wanted to pull up some other items you can maybe go on him as well. There are some people going Turbo Chem Tank. I could see that being okay. Sunfire Aegis, just really any good tank items are going to be fine. You can go Titanic Hydra. You can go Ravenous Hydra. Some people go Chempuk Chainsword. Some people go Thornmail. If you get really ahead, you have the option of just going tank and becoming unkillable, but you can also pick up like a Blade of the Ruin King. Can be really good on him as well, but just abusing that lethal tempo, getting so many auto attacks off on top of your W attack speed bonus. It's just this champ is so easy to play, and honestly in the top lane just busted right now. Like this pick I really believe in, and really believe that it is very, very strong. Like I said, you don't scale insanely well. You're not going to be like some side laning god. You're not going to be some team fight monster or anything like that, but you're not bad. You're not like disgustingly horrible in the mid to late game. Obviously you have like your E where you can come sprinting into the backline, you can ult, you can fear, you can flash onto people with your fear and your ult, you can try to get on carries and stuff like that, but mostly you're going to win games by dominating your lane matchup, and then you're okay roaming too. Like if you smash your lane, get a couple kills, you can roam into the enemy team's jungle, you can roam to the mid lane and try and be annoying if there's like an immobile mid lane or something like that. Last thing I want to talk about was the skill order. You can see you starting out with the point in Q, W, E, Q, Q, R, Q, W, maxing E second, and then actually maxing W last, which is obviously a little bit different than jungle where you're putting points in W right away. You're actually putting points in W last here. More about the sustain, more about the Q, stuff like that. Obviously, you're not going to be running around the map as much, getting as much benefit from the W and stuff like that, but the Q and the E are going to be very, very strong here. But you can actually see at level 8 he puts a second point in W, so maybe this is something you guys want to look into as well. But yes, Warwick top lane, if you are a top laner, if you're a Warwick player and want something different, Warwick top lane is definitely a champion to try out. Easy to play, easy to pull off, very strong in the meta, very strong on this patch. Try it out and let me know how it goes. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Warwick in the top lane. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to the game houses, to stay up to date on all the game houses' latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, look at that. He still picks up the kill. He finally died. We finally saw him die one time, but he still got the kill there. Just crazy. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.